All right, welcome to Level 3 Focus. It's totally a different show. My name is UltraDave. James Chen is over on the left, and since this is totally a different show, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Brkrdave, Brkrdave, Brkrdave.
He's our resident Blazblue expert for the night, and we just went over in First Attack all the system mechanics and the basics and so forth, and now we're going to go over the characters, and we don't have that much time, and there are 26 characters, so we're going to try to keep it relatively brief, but we just want to get, you know, the general game plan, the strategy, maybe some important moves, what their gimmick is.
Yeah, as we mentioned, everybody's D is their gimmick, right? So we can just talk about what their general gimmick and game plan is.
Cool. All right, well, take it away, I guess. Start off with
Alright, so we're going to start off with Ragna. His D move is going to be his life-sucking move. So he has the Azure, which allows him to suck the life out of people, and you'll see his life bar go very slowly up. If I take it off Regenerate, then we'll see it better.
Yeah.
Now, can he just
You'll
theoretically...
see it go up very slightly. Ah, why is it... I don't know how I get it to not go back to... Why is it still regenerating?
it's probably one of these options here.
I don't know.
Oh, it might be because... Well, you're first player, don't forget, so... Wait, what are we looking at
points, regenerate default.
Okay, so go to default. There you go.
Well, you can
Oh
see
yeah, I
it
see
moving
it go a
bit.
little. It went up a
I don't know,
little
it
bit.
keeps returning, whatever.
Yeah, it keeps returning to the...
Oh,
it's
I
supposed
see.
to go up.
So here's a question. So theoretically, if the opponent had infinite life, you can just build your whole bar back from nothing, basically, right?
You could, in theory. It's not going to
right.
happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So, does he have a lot of life? Does he start out with, like, low life?
I'm pretty sure he has 10,000, which is on the lower side. So it kind of goes back with him getting the health back to being about normal amount of health.
Well,
Now,
what is, just to continue on that, what's the average amount of health, would you say? Like, what's normal?
I would say maybe around 11,000.
Okay.
I think Rachel might have 12,000. No, Tager has 12,000. So 11,000 to 10 and a half is pretty normal.
So I mean, is that a goal of Ragna? Is he just trying to hit you with, with his soul suckers and stuff like that as much as possible to get life back?
Ragna has the least, quote, tools of any character in the game. So he's really going to be trying to run forward. He has moves that'll propel him forward pretty quickly from full screen. So that's his 214A. It'll take him there from far away. He also has a Carnage Scissor, which is projectile invul. To get him past those zoners.
Gotcha.
He can also do gimmicks like that to get over stuff.
Gotcha. But then basically every time he hits you with combos, he wants to hit you with the D button as much as possible, right?
Well, generally his combos are going to try to carry you to the corner, just like most characters in BlazBlue, where he gets his real Oki. And he's generally going to be revolving his mix-up around basically grabs and overheads.
Okay.
They're all, quote, reactable, and that's what makes Ragna hard to play, perhaps. And that you can react to his overheads more than other characters. His other overhead is this one.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So they're both pretty slow overheads, so he wants to be trying to grab you. He also can do 6D, which is this move, to catch you pressing the grab button.
Oh, so he goes airborne pretty much then. Gotcha.
Is that safe?
On block? Pretty safe, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Does he not have good lows?
His lows are okay. He has 2B, and he has 3C. He's generally not going to be... And he has 2D.
Okay.
So after this move, after 2C, he can do that, or he could do overhead.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
So he's like a kind of a basic get-in-your-face, mix-you-up character?
Yeah, he's going to do pretty good damage off of a lot of starters, especially if he just does YOLO air dash jump C, which hits everywhere. It's very hard to anti-air that.
Okay.
He'll get 4K off of that. He'll take, a really big portion of your life.
Okay. But I mean, and just in general, like,
he has good pokes. Like this 5B is pretty much the best 5B in the game.
Okay.
His DP is the best DP in the game.
Oh, right. He actually has like a real uppercut.
Which is rapid cancelable on block.
Okay.
Oh, okay, wow.
He has follow-ups to that too, right? That like knock you to the ground or something like that. So, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Okay. So, okay. So, is he a good beginner character to use? You think?
He is generally considered like the beginner character.
Okay.
Jin, most people would say now is a better beginner character just because he has more options at neutral. With Ragna, you really have to know what your opponent wants to do.
Okay.
In order to get in on them.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else to say about him, or you want to move on?
I think it's good.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's go to.
Maybe let's just do Noel since she's
she's already on screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to just switch?
Yeah,
So-
you want this thing?
Noel is going to be characterized by her drive.
Okay.
Everyone hates Noel drives
Yes.
because they give her massive amounts of invincibility.
Oh, really?
Massive amounts. So this is her 4D.
Okay.
That's what you're going to see her mashing on defense every time.
Really?
Pretty much every time. It's invul from maybe her knees. It's like it's lower body vulnerable. So if you hit her like on the stocking, she's going to get hit during 4D. If you can manage to hit her on the stocking.
Let's see.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So that move is really hard to get out. You probably would have to 2B it.
Does she get any combos if she hits you with that?
Oh, 2D it? Okay.
Does she get a lot of combos off of that?
She gets 4K off of it, big damage off of it.
Okay.
It has a lot of invincibility. She can mash it, generally during your pressure, and get lots of damage.
So it has startup invincibility though.
Yes, she can do it on wake up if you are not doing a low meaty.
Right.
Okay.
Her other D that she's going to be pressing a lot is 2D, which carries her way up in the air, has a pretty good hitbox. So if you're in the corner, say, she's pressuring you, and you try to jump out, she's going to 2D and she has follow-ups after the 2D to keep you in pressure, right? And then in this game, what they've done is they've made her 6D, which is a low, look the same as Drive 6B. Oh god, we have to give Ragna some more health.
Well,
Yeah, I
just
know.
put him on regenerate again.
Yeah.
Put him on regenerate again.
Oh, it's me. Yeah. Let's see.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're good.
So once she enters Drive, she can do an overhead, which is 6B, or she can do the low. Oops, that's not it. Which is, and it looks almost the same as 6B.
Right, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So basically, once she hits you with one of the drive moves, she can just chain into a bunch of more drive moves.
More drive
right?
moves. She has 4 drive cancels
Okay.
afterwards, and then she, if she doesn't do a move that's quote safe on block, after that 4th drive cancel, you could punish her.
Okay. Now, can you cancel any of the drives into any of the drives once it's just going? Oh, okay.
But you can't do the same drive twice.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So you have to keep changing it at least. Okay.
So she has guns. Does she have zoning options?
She has. It's kind of funny. She has the guns, but she doesn't really use them.
Yeah.
So her 236A is going to get you this mid-range shot. 236B is going to get you this far-range shot.
Okay.
They added this move, which is 236C, which is a close-range move. It's generally used in the air for knockdown.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
But those are the only... she also has a bullet rain special. I'm pretty sure this is the input. I've forgotten the input, apparently.
I don't know what that is.
That's fine. There's 26 characters in this game, dude, so it's like there's a lot of...
What's the info? Man list.
There you go.
Bullet storm. That's why I was pressing, I thought. Yeah, there we go. Forward. So that's how she also uses her guns.
Okay.
That's also a good anti-air bait, and she could rapid cancel it.
Oh,
really? Okay.
So when she gets you in the corner, if she wants to... She wants to spend her meter, she needs to get that one hit. She'll either use Jump D, which is an anti-air bait, or she'll just... like that and rapid cancel it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it'll bait whatever you're doing. It'll also get massive damage if you do a good combo after it.
Okay.
And you get weird.
Oh, whoa! Weird. They're just like floating in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So is she also a get-in-your-face kind of character?
She is. She's going to be rushing down. She has really good tools to get in. So she has this 3C low profile to go under a lot of moves. she has 6D low profile if she wanted to just... That's a little bit more, quote, YOLO to do. This is obviously a good move to get over basic
How
fireball
safe is it on
moves.
block?
It looks like it'd be pretty safe, right?
Well, she cancels it into more drives.
Oh, okay,
Which
gotcha,
have more
gotcha.
invincibility. And,
Right.
and most of them are actually true blocks done. So, or true block strings. So.
Okay.
That's pretty much it about Noel.
Okay.
Most people hate that character. Like, I would say she might be the most hated character in BlazBlue, other than maybe Arakune.
So she's like Cammy then. She's the Cammy.
Yeah, you're a
Shit.
natural, man.
Yeah, I know.
There
I
you
guess
go.
I should play Noel. Okay.
Alright, move on?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's move on.
Alright, cool.
She also has one of the fastest run speeds, Noel does.
Okay.
Noel, Tsubaki, and Kokonoe have the fast runs.
I know I'm one of the only people that say this, but I actually like Noel's older costume better.
Yeah, I think so too.
You know that they have it as a DLC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
And
I know.
it gives her an extra astral.
I didn't
Really?
know
It gives her old astral, which she can combo into.
Interesting.
So we always say
that's
that it's
better.
quote banned.
Oh, really?
But then we say, well, if Kokonoe's not banned, Hat Noel is not banned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Who do you got
so
next?
Next on the list, we got Jin and Rachel. So, on the other broadcast, we mentioned that Jin has the special ability to use 25 meter to make his moves, quote, EX.
Right.
Uh,
So does he have regular versions of it?
he has regular versions of, say, his ice car. So his D is going to give you his ice moves.
Right.
That's EX. It's hard to see. It's actually faster than the normal ice car. So a normal ice car,
Well, that one looked
EX
like
ice car.
it looked like it
They
still
look-
drained 25 when you did the normal ice car.
Oh, I'm doing the wrong ice car.
There,
Oh, yeah,
that's a
okay.
big
It's
difference.
definitely
Okay,
different.
yeah, okay. Right, okay.
And he actually, even if you're not using D, he'll use ice. So that's 236A. Jin also has all the DPs. He has the BDP, which is air swipe. It actually has no invincibility, but I don't know why it's a DP.
Is it good, like a good hitbox on it at least?
It has a great hitbox.
Okay.
In the diagonal motion.
Right.
So if you're up like in front of him, he can just throw it out. It's safe on block.
Okay, cool.
He has the CDP, which is very slow,
Yeah.
but useful and rapid cancelable.
Okay.
He has his EXDP, which if you hold it all the way, it becomes unblockable. So then it becomes a mix-up because he can release the button anytime he wants to. When's he going to release it? But if you wait too long, it becomes unblockable.
Right.
Can you
It's like a
barrier guard
focus
that to
attack.
make it blockable?
Hmm?
If you barrier guard that, is it blockable?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he could just... I don't like that move at all.
Okay.
I really don't. He has a DP that becomes unblockable. What the hell?
Okay.
And he can also rapid cancel after it.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So he does have all the DPs. He also has a counter. That's why he's generally... I think he's very similar to Bison. He has good pokes. He has a lot of, like, get-out options.
Well, what's like his general playstyle?
He's generally going to be a mid-range character because he really doesn't have a lot of mix-up other than this move, which doesn't combo. That's his overhead. I think it's
Okay.
like 16 frames. It's very fast, but he doesn't get a combo off of it unless he rapid cancel.
Really? Okay. You gotta bet
So
it.
he's really just trying to get you to mash, and he does get he has a lot of Gatlings. His main pressure extender is going to be 6B.
Is that
This
not an
move-
overhead?
No.
Oh, really?
So he's hoping that eventually you're going to get hit by something jumping, but his only mix-up is really that move and grab.
Okay.
You know, I guess we forgot to talk about it on the previous show, but there's that whole system of chains, aka Gatlings, that we like kind of didn't.
Oh yeah, I mentioned it right at the end, like what the general chain sequence
Oh, did you?
is.
Okay.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
And yeah, there's only a couple characters that have links. Like
Yeah.
Hakumen has links,
Yeah. Right.
but generally you're going to be Gatling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else about him?
About Jin. He has an Ice Wave super that I'm not sure I'm going to... Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's.
It looks
So-
really fast.
It is really fast, so you can call out like zoning tools with it.
Well, can you hit them and then dash up and keep the combo going?
Generally, no. I guess you can. I guess you
Oh,
can.
I guess
well, they
I
can
don't.
tech
I
it. They
don't
can
see it
tech
very often.
Yeah. Okay. But if he holds the button, then he can probably tech. Yeah. So. Yeah. See, there
It
was.
doesn't have a lot of lock stun.
Okay.
He has this super, which is generally not used in this
yeah.
game because it does such little damage. It used to be a combo ender that got you a good amount of damage, but now it doesn't get you as much, so you won't see it as often.
Okay. So this character basically is just like a frame trap character.
He is
right?
generally going to use his normals to overwhelm his opponent.
Okay. So, Rachel.
Rachel time?
Rachel,
Let's keep doing this dance here.
primary zoning character, although she is different from your normal zoning character in that she's really zoning so that she can rush you down. So you're gonna see this little gauge that is a little bit difficult to see with the
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, where is it? So go back. That's probably under.
it's not gonna be at the end. It's gonna be one of these first ones.
So go there. Oh, there it is.
Input.
Display. Yeah, hi, there you go.
So you see that she has that little rose showing how much wind she has. So D is her wind. She can affect where she goes in the air by pressing D, and the direction. If she presses D in no direction, it'll be forward by default.
Okay.
So can you just hit this button at any time?
You could. Well, you can't hit it during block stun.
Okay.
Or hit stun presumably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can hit it any time that she's not getting hit.
Okay.
You can use it while you're teching. She regains her wind meter only while on the ground.
Oh, okay.
So she can't just be jumping all over the place and regaining
That's
her
good.
She
wind.
can't be lightning attack.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Right.
And she's going to use her wind both as basically everything she does is going to require wind. So her mix-up is going to revolve around this instant overhead jump A.
But you push the wind down.
It won't hit them unless you wind yourself down.
Yeah, okay.
Gotcha.
So her quote instant overhead is not going to get a lot of damage, and it requires wind.
Okay.
Right.
Her zoning tool, her main zoning tool is this pumpkin, which has 0 hitbox until you use the wind.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's just floating there. You could actually run into it if you want. It doesn't matter.
Right.
But if I wind it, then it's going to hit you.
And you can wind it in all 8 directions.
I could use it any way I want. Her third zoning tool, her frog is a proximity mine. It walks forward. She can affect where it goes by using the wind as soon as I get my frog back.
Oh yeah, you got a little frog meter down there.
Yeah, so once he shocks you, he's going to have to recharge.
Okay.
You can kill the frog, but he won't have cooldown if you kill him before he starts shocking.
Oh, interesting.
So if you 3-seed him... I guess, yeah, so
Okay.
he started shocking, but if you had killed him, then he wasn't going to live, and he didn't shock, he would have had no cooldown, and I actually get meter for you killing him.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah. And then most of Rachel's zoning is going to revolve around these Lobelias that she can also affect with her wind.
How many can you have? Just 3?
You can have 3 at one time. Those are her 3 zoning tools.
Well,
so she's
what do those stats
what do these do?
So once they're on the ground, there's 2 things you can do with them. One of them is the iris, which she can do both in the air and on the ground.
Okay.
She even if the rods aren't on the ground, you can still get the animation. This is ground. This is TK. Generally, you want a TK iris, so it cancels the recovery.
Oh, right. Okay. So what else can you do with the rods?
You can also turn them into what are called...
Oh, dang.
I just call them bats.
Yeah.
And you use them to affect the wind. So normally, then I can have, quote, super wind.
Oh, they add to the wind factor?
Yeah, so I get... So...
You go super far?
I'm going to wait for it to go away. They last quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he got hit by a couple of the
So they
bats.
have a hitbox for the first, quote, about second. And then after, if you block one, or if it hits you, then it's going to stay.
Gotcha.
And it has no hitbox during that time, but it shows you that my wind is being affected.
Okay.
So if I throw like 236A, and then say I wanted to do 236A plus the wind forward, it's going to go that far.
Okay.
But after I do this and get my super wind, it goes full
Okay.
speed.
I see. Okay.
And you can there's 2 versions. This is the pink one, which is going to be horizontal, and then there's a second version, which is the A version, which affects vertical wind movement.
Oh wow. Okay.
So it's not both at the same. Can you hit him with both? Can you have a pink
You can
and
have
a red?
both of them.
Oh dang! So
wow,
then,
all right.
so now
You'd
you
have super wind, but generally you're never gonna see the one that goes vertical because it'll actually screw her combos up.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I've used the vertical one only for timeout. Because
Gotcha.
then I'll
Makes
fly
sense,
to the
yeah.
top of the screen.
Right. You got some wind.
Nice.
If you hold the C button, she floats.
So when you start the round, do you always start with 4 winds?
You do start with 4 wins every time.
Now, okay, so you said that she can't do wind while she's being touched or blocking or something, but is there any animation at all to the wind? Or, like
You
that
can
does
see
say,
the
like,
wind.
But like, can she be doing other things at the same time as pressing D?
Yes. So 3C plus wind.
Okay.
She can do obviously the Lobelia plus the wind.
So basically, if you're touching a normal move and you do the wind will push you then.
Yeah.
Because I noticed when you throw the staff out and do the wind, it doesn't push
Right.
her. It only pushes the thing, right? It only pushes the thing that you're throwing out.
It does
Yeah.
affect her.
Oh,
move-
yeah,
a little bit,
She actually
yeah,
uses her
okay.
her wind a lot to affect her movement. Like say you're here and they do a move that's like really slow. You could instantly,
You're already there.
Right.
You're already there.
Right, gotcha.
or the net play special,
Uh-huh.
just full screen
Right.
air dash.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And that's a really good starter for her, so she could get a lot of damage.
Gotcha.
So she has zoning tools, but she can turn it into good mix-ups, good damage up close.
Jeez.
That's how it looks.
And then her Oki is going to be very strong because most of the time she's going to get this pumpkin and the frog at the same time. So she can wind the pumpkin on you and block at the same time.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
right.
like if I do wake up DP or something, you're
Yeah.
blocking but also hitting me.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's cool.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
then you'll actually get punished by the frog.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
That sounds really interesting, actually.
So Rachel is a heavy tool character, but her defensive option is really bad. This is actually not even
yeah.
It's a guard point, and it's not active until frame 5.
Okay. So you can't wake up.
And you
with
can
it.
actually poke it from far away.
Okay.
If you poke from far enough away, it won't actually hit you.
Right. I see. It's kind of like Blanca electricity, kind of.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's also grabbable because
Oh,
it's
wow.
a counter. So she has generally bad wake up option other than winded tech.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Let's go to some other characters. Switch controllers again.
Why not? We're gonna get all tangled down here.
Yeah. I know.
All right, we have Tao and Tager, best
Yeah.
matchup in the game.
My dude.
And I remember where Tao is now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have one of the most mobile characters and one of the least mobile characters. Well, definitely the least mobile
Yeah.
character. Tager has no air dash. He has no dash. And he has no double jump.
He's just basically the
He's
grappler
going
of the
to
game.
walk towards you, and that's the only thing that he has going for
He
him.
has a high jump
Cool.
though, right?
He does have a super jump,
He can do jumping C too.
and his C will pull him forward.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And it makes him vulnerable. He does have jump 2C to delay his fall.
Okay.
He has a projectile invul sledge,
Okay.
which is chargeable.
Looks like it goes pretty far.
It goes farther than it would have in previous games like
Okay.
CT,
Okay.
since it's chargeable. It does have a follow up, which is an overhead,
Okay.
which he can also rapid cancel. He has a spark bolt,
yeah.
which is chargeable, so he can
you notice his
recharge
little meter
it.
down there.
Oh.
You'll notice his
right.
little spark bolt meter down there. When it
Mhm.
gets glowing yellow, he's going to generally want to throw it at you, and if you block or get hit by the spark bolt, you will be magnetized, so his moves will then pull you towards him.
Gotcha.
Right. So that's his D gimmick, right? The magnetizing people.
So once you're magnetized, you become he can do his D attacks and pull you toward him.
Gotcha.
So cool.
And you can tell you're magnetized because
I'm just training them.
Yeah.
hit the start button.
I can't.
I think you can actually.
Okay. I thought I had to wait for it.
Yeah.
And not only will his regular attacks like that pull you towards him, his command grabs will pull you towards him.
Oh, gotcha.
So
if you're out of the range of the command grab, will it pull you into and grab?
Just here.
Yeah.
So let's do 720. Well, okay. But
so
here, just like back to you or something.
So you're generally going to see Tigers hold. You can actually hold that super too.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Interesting.
So that actually pulls you in.
Right.
So generally, what Tigers can do on your wake up is they'll backdash, because Tigers backdash is really good. Has a lot of invincibility.
It's very Potemkin-like.
Right.
And he'll buffer that
Gotcha.
super.
So how do you get the magnetized besides the spark bolt, or is that the only way you can do it?
his D-normals in general, if you block them or get hit by them, you'll get magnetism. You'll see.
Right. So basically, if you get in once and get the magnetized, that helps you for at least until the magnet runs out again, right?
And it'll keep remagnetizing you as long as you keep making them block these D attacks.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about Gadget Finger probably.
Yeah. So his general Oki is going to be set around this basic setup of Gadget Finger, which pulls you up off the ground.
So most of his combos are going to end in that, I'm guessing, huh?
It's about 50-50. About half of his combos will end in Gadget Finger. Others will end in a 2D, which you'll then air tech, and he can do gimmicks to try to use his air command grab to pull you in.
Gotcha. So, okay.
Oh, nice.
Right, so if I magnetize, this is like basically the coolest thing in any fighting game.
Yeah, he can just like grab you. And the way you perform that is actually CDP, and you have to release it when they get close to your finger.
Oh, interesting. You can't just hold it. It won't grab it.
It'll continue to swirl around.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And different characters that are lighter in the air will get affected more by magnetism than others.
Right.
If you get magnetized by Tigger, you generally want to be on the ground where you're less affected by magnetism.
Interesting. Okay.
So obviously his gameplay style is he is very patient, and he looks for that one opening, and then he does a million damage when he gets it, if he gets the mix up.
And he walks forward a lot.
and what you'll see the highest level Tigers do is they'll save 100 meter and a spark bolt waiting just for that one opening.
Really?
So
yeah.
They'll save it all. They'll just like walk forward as soon as you. Oh, he also, I forget how you do it.
Which one?
But you do the air spark bolt.
Anti-air DP? Or anti-air, sorry, DPD.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see it from that close. But you think, like, before, especially a character like Tao that has 3 jumps and a drive cancel that pulls her out of the corner, he would have trouble catching them, but he could potentially sparkle
like
into the air. Then at least you're magnetized and he could start trying to
Right. Okay.
You get his one chance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And his combos do a lot of damage outside of command grabs, so there's not really... I think of it more as like the Street Fighter mix-up where everything does the same amount of damage. It's like, well, you could command grab me, or you could do this move, which is also going to do probably the same amount of damage, so it's just a random guess.
Gotcha.
He has pretty good standing low, standing B.
Standing B, his low. Which,
that's his low?
That's low,
that's his 5B. So think of Ragna 5B compared to this 5B.
Right, yeah, this is only for when you're mixing up.
So his main poke is going to be his 5C, his 5D, which is very slow, but it has very good range.
Right.
He can bait stuff with this, so this has super armor.
Yeah.
So you can poke it, and he can actually cancel it. He can cancel it into specials.
It's just like the hammer.
I don't know how you do it.
It's quarter circle A.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So you can punish people mashing.
He's basically Q if you want to liken him to somebody else. He's a Q character. You're very patient for a long time. He's a defensive grappler.
Okay.
His counter saw also got buffed. So when he's blocking, he's going to actually knock you down with his 6B.
Huh.
So if he hits you with that counter assault, then you're actually pretty screwed because he has knockdown after it. So you have to not let him counter assault you.
Well, what do you mean he has knockdown after?
So like after he counter assaults, he gets Oki.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, cool.
So Tao.
Yeah. Yeah, take her.
Tao is the only character with 3 jumps. She can't. Her drive is going to shoot her across the screen.
Mm-hmm.
That's her 5D. This is her 2D. She can do drives one after the other, as long as they keep hitting. She cannot do drives after that 3rd jump.
Okay.
But she can do something like super jump, double jump, air dash.
Nice. Okay.
She can also do jump, super jump, air dash, dive. She can really affect her movement however she wants to.
Right.
She can also cancel the drives by
okay.
pressing like C during a drive.
Right. Like like B goes behind people and A
Yeah.
just stops.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she stops and she can stop in midair, she can pass through you.
Right.
She can just cancel the drive completely. So what she's going to be doing is she is trying to not commit to anything. She's trying to get you to try to hit her, and so she can punish you with, say, a drive move that's going to do a lot of damage, or this move, which is going to do a lot of damage. It could do up to 4.5k meterless, I think.
Really?
On counter hit.
Oh.
If she manages to counter hit you with this move, or get you off the ground, like say you didn't tech and she hits you with this move, it has a lot of counter hit.
Gotcha.
And it's going to do a lot of damage. So
Okay.
she's going to be jumping right in front of you like a little fly, hoping that you'll commit to something. So that she can hit you.
Okay.
She has a couple zoning tools.
I think it's spin kick with A and B.
Or circle back.
Core circle
I thought
back.
that's what the input used to be.
Yeah, core circle back A and B, I believe, are the, or B and C maybe. Pretty sure, because I was just doing it earlier.
Oh, it's half circle now.
Oh, half circle.
Yeah, they changed the
Gotcha.
input. Oh, it's back.
Back, yeah.
Yeah, so that's her A1. It's going to throw long range.
Right.
She has her C1, which is the bowling ball.
Shinko-like. Yeah.
And she has the one that goes just horizontal.
Right. This is a really terrible matchup.
Yeah.
huh?
It's probably horrible.
It's really bad. It might be like one of the 3 worst matchups in the game. I think Tager or Rachel might actually be worse, but Tao is so good at evading, and she actually can crawl right under the spark bowl.
Oh my god.
And she has an amazing backdash, which is very fast, so she can really be backdashing away from Tager and then just drive away from him.
Right.
Gotcha.
She has a lot of her 2B is a good low profile move. She can crawl under a lot of normals.
Right.
Her 2A is also a good low profile. And her 2B is also going to pull her forward.
Right.
So that helps her cancel into a lot of good pressure strings.
Okay. So basically, she's just really about being as tricky as possible.
Yeah.
Then, right? I mean, does she use her projectiles a lot?
It really will depend on the matchup. Okay. She can outzone some zoners, depending on the spacing.
Interesting. Okay.
Because she moves so well.
Right.
That she gets that bowling ball out, for example, and it could be bad for you. She has a good anti-air as well.
Okay.
Let me know also if you ever want to
Litchi.
take a break real quick.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's take a break.
Yeah, let's take
Why
a
not?
quick break.
Okay, we'll be back in a few.
Okay, hang on a second. Sorry.
I guess we'll talk about Arakune next.
Arakune and Litchi.
Litchi next.
Okay.
Cool. Be back in a bit.